Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today, we're going to be trying another frozen seafood boil. If you remember, about 5 months ago, I did the seafood boil from Aldi that came with raw shrimp, corn on the cob, mussels, red skin potatoes, andouille sausage, and Cajun-style seasoning packet that cost $9.99. And with the exception of the shrimp, the seafood boil was terrible, and I gave it a 2 out of 10. So today, we're going to be trying another frozen seafood boil. But the one we're trying today is from Lidl. That's right, I have a Lidl less than a quarter mile away from my Aldi. And I have a serious question to ask you, the people. Why does everyone talk about Aldi being such a great store all the time, but I never hear anyone talk about Lidl being a great store all the time? Aren't they basically the same store? I really don't know. And like you've heard me say before, until recently, I'd never been in an Aldi or a Lidl. So the seafood boil we picked up is the Ocean Sea by Lidl seafood boil that says it comes with shrimp, snow crabs, and mussels. But if you look at the picture on the bag, there's corn and potatoes too. Now I wish I, the person, wasn't an idiot so that I could provide better pictures and other information about the Lidl seafood boil. But as you, the people, know, I've run into this problem before. Because 99% of the time, I don't need to take a picture of the product when I'm doing the video, because all the information's available online. The only time I've really run into this problem is with products from Aldi, Lidl, and the Dollar Tree. It's not always the store's problem, it's the manufacturer of these products that don't provide the information online. But in this case, this is a Lidl product, so it is their fault, which I will foot some of the blame since I, the person, didn't take pictures of the bag. Which I shouldn't have to, should I? Tell me if I'm wrong. I know you will. I even tried to call my local Lidl where I purchased this seafood boil to see if they could provide more information, such as pricing, because again, I'm an idiot and didn't keep the receipt. I'm pretty sure it cost $24.99, but don't hold me to it. I've been known to be wrong once or twice, but when I did call the number on the local Lidl website, it took me right to the Lidl headquarters customer service, with a message stating that they do not give out the local numbers to the local stores due to streamlining. What the hell does that mean? I mean, I know what the term streamlining means. I'm not an idiot all the time. But then the rest of the message directed me to the Lidl website if I needed further customer service help. So needless to say, I'm not going to be able to give you, the people, all of the information I normally do for What Are We Eating videos in this video, mainly due to the fact that I'm an idiot. So let's get our seafood boil out of the freezer, out of the bag, and into our brand new pan. Did I just waste my time, or did anyone get that I was trying to make it sound like The Price is Right? That's right, this is my new 12-inch graniteware deep frying pan skillet that comes with a lid. Thank you very much, James, for picking this off my Amazon wish list and sending it to me. I appreciate it. So we filled it up with some high quality H2O, put the lid on, and brought it up to a boil. And by the way, if any of you, the people, want to check out my Amazon wish list, there's a link in the description box. So once our water came up to a boil, the steam took over. But then it was time to add our seafood boil. And the steam will dissipate here momentarily. So as we were dumping in our pre-seasoned shrimp, mussels, and crab legs, I didn't see any corn or potatoes as pictured on the bag. Those sneaky frozen food manufacturers catfished us, the consumers, once again. Shame on them. But I do have to say, when I poured the seafood into the pot, the seasoning that they're using smells amazing. It's a good thing it smelled a whole lot better than it looks. Because right now, it looks like the leftovers you'd find in the bottom of the tray at a seafood buffet. And not a very good seafood buffet at that. So we put the lid back on the pot, brought it up to a boil, and let it boil for 5 minutes. After 2 minutes, we took the lid off and gave it a mix to make sure everything cooks uniformly. So once we gave it a good mix, we put the lid back on and let it cook for a few more minutes. So after boiling for a total of 5 minutes, our Lidl frozen seafood boil is ready. And man, it sure does not look good, but man, it smells good. So let's get everything out of the pot and onto a platter. And I'm assuming at 3 pounds, this is a seafood boil aimed at 2 people. So there's your snow crabs for 2 people. I'll keep my thoughts to myself because my mother always taught me, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Look at how small these mussels are. I thought the mussels from Aldi in my last video were small, but these are even smaller. But I do have to say, even though the mussels in the Aldi video previously were small, they were some of the best mussels I've had. Hopefully, we'll have a repeat with these mussels. And I'm not intentionally finding things to complain about, but look at the shells on these shrimp. They're those little paper thin shells that you don't even really have to peel the shrimp to eat. That's very indicative of farmed raised shrimp. So we tried to move everything around to make it look more appealing and move the crab legs up top, which I'm not really sure it helped much. So once we made everything look as best as we could, it was time to start eating. So we grabbed a mussel first. And it's actually not a very bad sized mussel. It doesn't look dry, it looks nice and moist. So into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. Now I've got to say, although the seafood boil doesn't look very appealing, it had a great spicy flavor from the seafood boil seasoning. It was absolutely delicious. So good that I had to have another. And this one looked even plumper than the first one. And it was equally delicious. So much so, Melissa even tried one. And her face said it all. She was like Mikey. She liked it. She liked it. Next up, I tried a shrimp, and I could see that the shell was paper thin, so I didn't even bother peeling it. Into the old pie hole, and down the gullet it went. Well, everything but the tail. Had the tail been fried and crispy, I would have eaten it too. I'm not ashamed to say I eat tail from time to time. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you. And again, just like with the mussels, I was very surprised with the shrimp. They were plump, they were tender, they were spicy, and they were actually really good. Melissa tried the shrimp next, and of course she peeled it and pulled the tail off. She's no tail eater, and she thought they were also moist, tender, and delicious. We had a few more shrimp before moving on to the crab legs. And again, the shrimp were delicious. So let's get into one of these crab legs. Now unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to get into, but we're going to make the best of it. So we tried to bite of the body meat first. And we got a decent amount on that one. And it wasn't too bad. It wasn't great, and it wasn't too bad. And then we tried some of the claw meat, which as you can see, was a little bit dry and a little bit overcooked, but it still had that nice sweet taste that you love in snow crabs. And as you can see from the rest of the leg from the claw, it was overcooked, hard to get out, and dry, but it still had good flavor to it. So we continued trying a little bit more of the crab, but didn't really have that much luck getting any meat. This was literally the best piece of meat we got out of all the crab. So we continued picking through the seafood boil until it was all gone. And for the most part, we enjoyed the shrimp and the mussels, not so much the crab legs, which is probably what most people are looking for in their crab boil. And please don't get me wrong, when you hear me say this was good, you gotta put it into perspective. It's a frozen seafood boil that was all put together in a big factory and thrown into a bag. It's not fresh seafood, and I can guarantee you it's not domestic seafood, which you, the people, know how I feel about that. But I can't say for sure because I'm an idiot and didn't take a picture of the information on the bag. So when I say something's good in this seafood boil, that means it's as good as it can be for what it is. And I know I can't give you a definitive price because I forgot how much I paid for it and I don't have the receipt. But whether this seafood boil costs $9.99 or $19.99 or $24.99, and maybe I am a seafood snob, but it's just simply not worth it, which is why I'm giving Lidl's seafood boil a 4 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.